of solidarity from Malaysia. Malaysia is a good case study of how you shouldn't develop your healthcare system. In our country, up to 1980, we had no private hospitals. It was all by government hospitals. But our prime minister in the 80s decided that it would be a good idea to open private hospitals. So in his words, the rich could go to the private hospitals and leaving the poorer people to come to the government hospitals so government resources could be spent more on the poor. That was his argument. But what has happened is when he opened up the private hospitals and the paying patients went there, doctors found they could make more money there in private hospitals. And a lot of our specialists, our experienced doctors left the government service and there was a brain drain. So right now we have a tier system in our country where 70% of our specialists are in the private sector, looking after 1/3 of the inpatients in the country. And only 30% of our specialists are left in the government sector, looking after 2/3 of the population. And so, of course, there are long waiting lists. A lot of patients don't get to see the specialists on time, and there's a lot of unhappiness. And not only that, it's a very wasteful system because the experienced doctors are in the private sector, and they don't play a part in training the new generation of young doctors who are coming up in the service. So it's a very inefficient way, inequitable way of providing healthcare when you have this private-public mix. You have a two-tier system where those who can pay get immediate care and sometimes get over-treatment, and those who cannot pay go to the government sector, which is overloaded and underfunded. So what the People's Health Forum in Malaysia has been asking for is that we should have a moratorium on new private hospitals. What's already there, it's there, we leave it for the time being, but no more new private hospitals because each time you build a private hospital, you have exodus of government specialists. And we're also asking that the government allocation for healthcare should be increased. It is now about 2% of our GDP. We want it to go up to 4% of GDP so that we can strengthen the healthcare sector, build more hospitals, employ more people, introduce community nursing, and do a whole lot of other things. But this is going to be a tough fight because, in many countries all over the world, resources are limited. Government's capacity to tax the rich, to tax the corporations is severely curtailed by the current financial system that we have in place, very liberalized. And there is fear that there'll be countries, there'll be companies that will move out, headquarter elsewhere, and shift their profits there, and so avoid tax. So this is something that we got to look at globally, And I think the people's health movements have also got to link up with the fair tax movements so that the richest 1% in the world have to pay their taxes. And so those taxes can then go into the public funds and can build up, things like, public health care, universal pension, and other kinds of social nets. Ultimately, the whole issue is the issue of a fair, equitable use of the wealth that we produce together. Right now, too much of that is going to the hands of the 1%, and too little of it is being used to create and strengthen the social networks. So we are really happy that you are having this rally in support of public healthcare for all in Italy. And we have a better world to win. We can do it, but we got to work towards it, and we got to build a mass movement to demand the world that our people deserve. Thank you.